Chapter 10 Madly Dote, April 14th, 10:08 a.m. In an isolated facility on the inaccessible third floor of the Almagest, Seren sits alone, surrounded by computer workstations. The room is dimly lit by the glow of multiple monitors, while the shutters on the windows remain closed, concealing the outside world. Seren's attention is focused on the screen in front of her, where lines of code scroll by. She has been working on this project for hours, making adjustments and attempting to execute a stubborn function that repeatedly throws error messages. As frustration begins to mount, the doors to the facility open and Odom enters, clad in his blue cloak. He walks towards Seren with one arm outstretched. "You must be really tired," Seren remarks. Her eyes linger on the unfamiliar sight of Odom with a cup of coffee in hand. "It's not for me," Odom replies, placing the cup on the table in front of her. "How long have you been down here?" "Since I got back," Seren answers, weariness evident in her voice. "Yeesh. How was it?" "Well, you were right. A lot more came down with that rock than we thought." "Of course it did." "So, paragraph 39's information did possess some truth to it, huh?" Odom chuckles. "Maybe you should give him that promotion after all." Seren pauses, her hands briefly resting from the keyboard. He stole that information solely for the sake of advancing his selfish desires. There's nothing promotion-worthy about that. They do that all the time, Seren. That's nothing new. Besides, he did go through a hell of a lot to get it to you, I think. That certainly was no easy task. Gotta give him credit for that at least. You know what I'm talking about. Tenacity. It means something around here, and I like that in a person, I think. By the way, nobody says it's lit anymore. This isn't 2018. Huh? What you talking about? Odom is confused by the sudden shift in conversation. "Nothing," she replies, now wanting to make a fuss about something her brother likely does not even remember writing. Seren reaches for the beverage, taking a moment to rest her eyes. Odom nods towards the computer monitor. "How's it coming?" "Better than you think, worse than I thought," Seren says, turning her attention back to the screen. "I see. Should I call it off?" "No, well..." Seren hesitates, meeting Odom's expectant gaze. After a moment, she looks back at the computer. "How was Russia?" "Cold. Well, the meteors were warm." Odom rubs his lower back. Seren's eyes linger on his hand, observing his gesture, before refocusing on the monitor. "What is it?" "Nothing." "I didn't expect you to go," Seren says. "I know, mad random, right? I think I might have pulled something though." "I'll take a look at it after I'm done." No, you stay and finish up your science project." Odom heads towards the exit. "Or don't finish it, like I would." "Femme? Me myself? I'm going to BizEd. Drink your coffee if you're going to be up all night. Or a day, like I would. Femme? Yukadigada." Odom bids Seren good night in their native Greenlandic language, knowing it slightly irritates her, before leaving the facility. In the early hours of the morning, while most of Monocopsis' citizens peacefully slumber in their opulent apartments, a 5-year-old girl defies prevailing sleep. High above the bustling streets, 32 stories high, little Ori Lorraine Chambers sits wide awake in the living room of her family's 2-bedroom apartment. The faint glow of the television illuminates the room, casting a soft light. Clad in her favorite pajamas, Ori remains perfectly still on the couch, patiently awaiting the return of her cherished show, Madly Dote, after the commercial break. It is a rarity to find children her age staying up until 5 in the morning, engrossed in a shonen Japanese anime depicting the excommunication of Cupid, the Roman god of love, from fairy tale land. In the captivating series, Cupid has been banished from his realm, Kintsukuroi, as love among humans reaches an all-time low. Prime Panda, the overseer of fairy tale land, deems Cupid unfit for his duties, forcing him to spend the rest of his days as a mortal in Nodus Talents, the realm of the humans. The show follows the life of Eros, the youthful incarnation of Cupid, who remains forever young. Determined to seek vengeance upon the fairy tale entities responsible for his banishment and those who obstruct his mission to dethrone Prime Panda, Eros engages in epic showdowns with these iconic figures, often representing holidays celebrated in Nodus Talents. Over the years, Ori has developed a profound admiration of Eros, drawn to his unwavering determination, enduring plight, and passionate nature. Unaware of the underlying reasons, her fondness for the character stems from a deep connection within herself, a connection she is still too young to fully comprehend. Ori, a precocious child known for her exceptional academic achievements among her teachers, is more prominently recognized by her parents and classmates for her extraordinary courage and fearlessness in the face of any challenge, be it academic or physical. She possesses a remarkably minimum amount of fear, with those she does harbor surpassing the expectations for a 5-year-old. If she were to encounter the boogeyman, she would likely extend an invitation to join her for television time, or seek her father's assistance in dealing with the intruder. Ori excels in finding optimal solutions to issues that arise from ventures she initially pursues. For a while, her parents would playfully speculate on the origins of her indomitable spirit. Her father would jest that the reason Ori was born feet first was to command that the world kneel upon her arrival. Her mother would jokingly attribute Ori's spirited nature entirely to her father, who consistently provides her with a life unlike any child in the city. On the other hand, Ori fails to comprehend what all the fuss is about and wonders why others even care. Time and time again, she expresses her belief that everyone possesses the same level of intrigue as herself and deserves equal attention for their unique qualities. Despite her warm nature, Ori often seeks solitude. Her parents occasionally worry that they have lost her, only to discover her immersed in her own world, gazing out of a window, engrossed in a book, playing with toys, or engaged in conversations with herself. Throughout her short life, Ori has never had a friend visit her home. When her mother once asked if she would like a friend to come over and play, Ori responded with innocent simplicity, "Why, Mommy? My best friend lives here, and she even makes me breakfast, at least on weekends."